Hi, welcome class to PA220 Business Organizations. This is your first week, your first video lecture, and actually it's going to be a short one. We are going to be going over chapter 25, which deals with agency law. If this is your very first legal class, please do not be concerned about it. I am here, other classmates who have had legal classes previously are here to help you as well. What you can do is make sure that you're utilizing the book. You can create highlights. You can create notes. I will put highlights in the book chapters as well. And make sure that you bring any questions that you have into the discussion forum. After all, that's our classroom. That's all we have for one another, right? And I won't know that you're struggling if you don't reach out to me. Do not hesitate to text me, to email me, to message me. However you need to get a hold of me, we can figure out how to get together so you feel comfortable with the concepts in this class. All right, let's talk very briefly about chapter 25. Chapter 25 is agency law. And we're going to just give you a very overviewed introduction to agency law, just so you understand some of the terminology. If business people had to personally conduct all their business, the scope of their activities, could be severely detrimented. Meaning this, if I'm the president of a company, I don't want to have to always do the day-to-day activities of the company. I am out there making decisions and financial arrangements, and I need help. I can't do everything, right? So, as the president of a company, I am going to give my power to other people to act on my behalf. And that's what an agent is. And an agency law is the body of this law that governs this relationship, which we'll go into a little more. So the use of agents is really helpful in business. When I worked for a huge corporation, we had several different facets of the corporation, and I worked in contracts. Now, the company gave me authority to sign contracts on the company's behalf. I was an agent, so to speak. One of the best ways I can talk about an agency relationship is when somebody's going to buy a house. So you have a buyer and a seller, and many people will hire a real estate agent to act on their behalf in selling their home. Maybe they don't have time to sell their own home. Maybe they're concerned about all of the paperwork and the advertising, and they don't want to deal with it. So they hire a real estate agent. That agent is working on the behalf of the buyer. The seller may also have an agent. They're selling their house. And all the agent is doing is working on behalf of one of the parties. So the agent is the party who agrees to act on behalf of another. So in this case, our real estate agent is agreeing to sell this house. Or on the buyer's end, they're willing to do the paperwork to help them close on a house. A principal is the person who's employing the other person to act on his behalf. So in this case, it would be the buyer or the seller. And how do we form an agency relationship? Well, you have a principal who's going to employ somebody else to act on their behalf, and you have to have the agent, the party who agrees to do the act, to do the closings, to do the selling, to do the buying, to sign the papers. An agent can do anything that the principal asks them to do, obviously under the law, or in the scope of their business. So there you have it. That is the very essence of what we call an agency relationship. In the discussion forum, you're going to be asked to define more in depth about an employer-employee relationship and how agencies are formed. I have put another video in the discussion forum, so check out that. And really just do your best to answer the question in the discussion forum. I mean, it's my job to go in and make sure that you have a complete understanding and to form a discussion. And that's what I'll be doing. All right, I'll see you in the discussion forum.